To my intro. Hello everybody, welcome back to the Yellow Butterfly Podcast. My name is Denisha Smith, and in this episode I have my sister-in-law, Amelia! I would say how long we've known each other, well, the people on my podcast. We've known each other for 5?
No, like 8 years.
Okay. I was thinking of Deilani. I was gonna say Elijah. It was after Elijah. Or before Elijah.
Yeah, before Elijah.
That's a long time.
A long time. Mm-hmm.
So, Amelia is the spouse of my brother, Mark, for anybody out there. And she's on this episode and we're gonna play, well, not to say play games, but ask some questions. I just looked up some random questions, so like I mentioned, it's gonna be like kind of girl talk-ish, and I get to learn more about you. So one of the reasons I wanted to do this podcast is normally I'm calling up everybody trying to talk to people. Sometimes people answer, sometimes they don't. So now I'm scheduling phone calls. It's working out. Okay. Are you ready?
Oh.
Okay, first question. Oh, okay. What empowers you?
My children.
Your children.
Yes, I would say, before my children, I always wanted to make the best out of me. I always saw my parents, my father, my mother, always trying to do the best that they could to provide for their families. So as I grew up, I knew that I needed to get an education. I needed to have a well-paying, profession, but a profession and a career that I truly love. I've always been a nurturer. And right now what drives me is my kids. I want to give them the best childhood that they can. Mm-hmm. But I also want to make the best person out of me to show my daughter that she can be the best woman. Nothing can stop her, but also to my son, that he can do the same. I mean, both of them, to look to, a person to look upon, and to do as I did as a child, is to look to my parents and to idolize them.
Yeah. So does it give you a sense of, I don't know, if they say, like, comment on something you've done, or like if you're working on something, or...
Yeah, they're so young that they think I'm a doctor. I mean, every time I say that I work at the hospital, we go over. I just took a new position as a nurse manager, and so I'm over around, I want to say 40 to 50 employees, and so they now just call me a boss. It's not that I'm a nurse, it's not that I work at the hospital anymore. I heard my son tell one of his friends that my mom's the boss.
She's a boss. Okay, get it right.
But for me, that's inspiring for myself, though, to know that they're proud of me in that manner. They don't understand the difference between it, but they know that I've worked really hard. I've put in the time and the education and the time on the floor and spent, hours and hours at work to do better for others.
Right.
To do better.
So, yeah. Okay, that's good to know. Let's see, what empowers me? I guess it's kind of along the same lines. Just like when I'm doing something and I accomplish it, and like I finish it, and I'm like, yeah, I did that. So it's kind of, especially if it's something challenging, or like I'm putting myself out there and I'm like, I don't know if I'm gonna do it or whatever, and I actually do it and finish it, or if it's an event or something like that, and I'm like, yeah, I did that. Okay, like I can keep moving. I don't know, just a little nod to like, you're doing good.
Yeah, like what's my next?
Yes. On to the next. Okay, along with that, what makes you feel confident? So whether it be like getting your hair done, your nails done, or...
No, honestly, for me, confidence is knowing that in my profession, you have to be educated. You have to be able to understand processes, how the body works, things of that nature. So for me to feel, to feel confident is knowing that I've got me. Like, I've done the work, I've done the research. I spend a ton of hours, my nose in the books, my nose in the computer. I mean, constantly looking over things, constantly interacting with patients. And so for me, it's really I've done what I did. This is now, if I have a patient that crumps, I'm that first one at the bedside to say, this is what we need to do,
Right.
For me, people know me me for being a nurse, right? And so I want them to know me as a intelligent, empowering nurse to be able to help educate others. So that's really why I went into more of the admin stuff, is to educate others. So if I feel comfortable, confident, educated in something, then I know that I can pass on to other people I'm helping. So I feel like for me to feel confident is to know that I know what I'm talking about.
Oh, yeah.
'Cause you don't ever know what you're talking about.
I hate that.
I'm like, well, whatever.
No, I hate that, especially like I like trying new things, but like in a job for sure, like if I'm trying to get all the knowledge and either I'm not trained or whatever, I'm like, hold on, like I don't like not knowing what I'm talking about. I can fake a little bit of it, but like I want to at least know what I'm talking about. So yeah, I can definitely relate to that. What makes me feel confident? Knowledge for sure, yeah. And on the other side of it is first thing that comes to mind is my hair. Like if I'm doing my hair right, or I take a lot of pride in my hair, whether it's braiding it or embracing my hair, feeling comfortable with my body and everything, that gives me a lot of confidence, just like within myself. Because for a while there was a kind of like a don't look at me, like a little timid and on certain things, you know what I mean? Or I'll have moments where I'm like, yeah, I'm confident, and if I get some attention, I'm like, oh, don't, like, or if I say I'm confident, get looked at like you shouldn't be confident, especially when it comes to like someone's looks or whatever. So now for me, it's like just feeling confident in myself and like, I know.
Yeah. For that, like as far as the outside image, I think it's a lot of like as I've grown older, I don't care what other people think, what they look. You know what I mean? Like those kinds of things. As long as I know I have my man and my children behind me, like that's all that matters. And as long Harvey tells me I'm beautiful, Mark tells me I'm gorgeous, like,
right.
And it don't matter what anyone else thinks. At the end of the day, people aren't paying my bills. Those people aren't, putting a roof over our house.
Right.
I feel like the older I've gotten, the less I've cared about others and what they truly think. As long as I'm happy with me,
right.
I know my family will be happy.
Right. And that's what I'm saying. Like it comes along with being confident, like just really deep down in yourself, where you're like, yeah, I look good, or if you don't want to say you look good, but you're just comfortable. You know what I mean? You're not worrying about what other people think.
But that means to people. You know what I mean? Like, I'll walk out feeling like, I know I look good.
Yeah.
And Mark's like, Amelia, you don't gotta tell me.
You ain't gotta say nothing to me, homeboy. I know I look good. Exactly. But it's just nice, like a power like you have within yourself. I feel like women go through that a lot. Like, I dread the day where like Gailani or whatever says something. I'm like, oh. Elijah kind of gets that every now and then. He'd be like, I'm not. He just wants to get things so quickly. So if you don't get it, I can't do this. I'm like, no, you like, you are 7. Why are we talking about this already?
No, I hear you.
Okay, next question. What do you find most attractive in a person? So however you want to take that question. Like a friend or like the other?
Yeah, I think
my brother.
I think in a multifaceted area, it's really their heart if they're truly empathetic, if they are respectful, if they can carry an intelligent conversation with you. And that's just in any person. Like if you have a really good heart and you and I have the commonalities, even if you and I don't have a commonality at all, I think it's good to see the good in people, give the grace that you want, given to yourself. And I think for me, it's truly having a sit-down conversation and finding out who you are, how you identify yourself as a person, and then being able to see the real person, like the real person where you are. You can tell a lot by a person by just having a real one-on-one dialogue, not on the phone, not texting, not on the screen. It's real one-on-one where you can really see who that person is for who they are. there's a lot of people within the first 10 minutes of meeting them, you can tell if they're materialistic, if they're selfish, self-centered. You can tell if they just don't care about certain things. For me, I'm a religious woman, and that makes a lot of it for me. If I can relate, I do have, I don't believe in God, but they have a good heart, and I'm friends with them. I don't hold, anything against them. It's just that topic, I kind of just brush away from it. There's certain things I won't relate, but as long as they have a good heart, I think that what attracts me to another being.
I was gonna say, and you're with my brother. You're saying all this, but I'm like, okay. You know who your my brother is, right? I'm not joking.
Yeah. Your brother is one of the most giving people that I've ever met. He would do anything for someone, you know? When I first saw your brother, I told him I liked the way he's put together. But that's besides the point.
That's where I'm trying to get to. What you talking about? Nah. Muscles. You like the muscles. Quit playing.
No, that doesn't count anymore.
So you are attracted to muscles and the mind.
Melanin.
The melanin. The chocolate. Gotcha. So what do I find most attractive? Well, I'm big on like the energy, like your vibe. I do like people that are just a little different. I find that very attractive. Like if there's a crowd of people or something, but this one over here is just a little. I'm like, what's your story? I'm gonna come over here. Especially like in like a creative world with like someone's like super creative and artsy and stuff. I'm like, I'm drawn to that type of person. And then physically, I'm all about them eyes and sometimes lips, and then smells. You smell good.
So lips, eyes, and smell attract you. All right.
First of all, this is eyes. I'm like, oh, okay. Come closer. Let me talk to you. I'm just joking. Them eyes. So yeah. Okay. What's one word that describes your day today? So if you can describe your day in one word today, what would it be?
Shit.
How did I know that's good? Shit.
Healthcare. No, I would just say today was challenging. There's a lot of difficult situations, and as a leader, you've got to be able to react quickly to everyone's major situation that they have to come in and shut the door for you to talk one-on-one, and so be able to give everyone your 100% energy, your 100% focus, attention. It's hard. I mean, I get worn down. I come home and it's just like I'm worn out emotionally. So give me at least 15 minutes.
Right.
But I would say challenging for today.
Okay. Let's see. One word for today. I don't know how to describe today. I know my mood was pretty like goofy kind of, and just kind of like done. Like I'm almost done at my job. So like next week my last week, and I'm like,
doesn't really matter.
I'm just done, So that was kind of my mood, just like, do I need to do this? I mean, so I think that's how I described my day. But after I was done with work, mommy mode kicks in, and I got to do all these other blah, blah, blah. But majority of the day I was just like,
I get that.
Yeah.
Like a vacation, when you're like a couple days from vacation and you're like, I'm done.
Right, exactly. I'm going on vacation. I'm gonna be here. Okay, next question. What's your favorite place to eat out?
I think a place that we haven't been in a long time. Because of COVID. I would say the Alpine Inn in Hill City. Got an amazing salad. They make their own ranch. And they're, I don't even remember what meat it is. It's delicious. It's a nice little intimate restaurant. Usually it's just Mark and I that go.
Mm-hmm.
Small, little thing that makes it focus on you two.
Right.
Put everything away and just talk.
And for those of you that don't know, Amelia lives in Rapid City, South Dakota. So shout out to, what was it called?
Alpine Inn.
Alpine Inn. What kind of food they have there?
They only have a couple actual, as far like things on the menu, which is what makes it good. 'Cause then they
specialize in those. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's been long since I've been there, honestly, because of all that's going on. So.
They get some outdoor stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Take me.
I'm sorry. What?
Shout out to Mark to take me.
Mark. Hint, hint. Exactly. I'll text him later.
I love you.
My favorite place to eat is this place in St. Pete, Florida, called we call it Beer Taco, but it's Casita. I can't think of the name. Casa. I don't know. Can't even think of the name.
It's a taco place.
It's a taco shop. We call it Beer Taco because on the outside of the building it has beer tacos, like it lists the like in big words, and the two say Beer Taco like right there. So we just call it Beer Taco, but it's Canteria Casita. I can't think of the name. I ain't gonna try again. Mexican food. Love it. So Elijah and Delaney really like it now too. So every time we go to St. Pete, I make it a point to try to go there. And they have an outdoor area, so we'll sit outside and have our tacos and our cheese dip and stuff. It's really good.
How far is that away from where you live now?
So right now I live in Tampa. It's like 30 minutes, like right over the bridge.
Oh, man, that's not
We go there often. I teach dance there, and my studio and stuff is out of there. So
nice.
yeah. Okay. Where did you and your spouse meet?
Hey.
Really?
Yeah.
Did I know that?
I don't know. So I saw him. I was in Pierre at the time, going to nursing school, and I went to USF in Sioux Falls, and the first 2 years, and I became friends with a girl through playing basketball. Mm-hmm. So I was scrolling through Facebook, had her pictures that she had, and then she tagged a picture with him. And I was like, ooh. And, okay, so then he messages me, I don't even know how long later, of course he added me, and he said, how do I know you? And I said, we went to a house party. I met you at a house party, thinking like college days, everyone does that.
No.
Not knowing your brother.
Yeah.
He said, lie. I've never been to a house party. And I was like, oh. Well, truth is, I just like the way you're put together. And then it just like ignited from there.
I like the way you're put together. That's a good pickup line.
I don't have them. I'm just very honest and forward, and that's the truth.
I like your muscles, okay?
Your face is okay.
I can work with that, but those muscles. Lord. So Facebook. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay, way to go, Amelia.
I got a game. What?
I said way to go, like way to. Well, Marco and I met at Applebee's.
Oh.
I was working. I was training. It was like my second day there or something. And he came in because he had friends that worked there. I didn't know at the time, but he came in and was like talking to everybody. It was like, oh, okay. I was just like, oh, he's cute, like in my head, but he was talking to like one of the other hostess and stuff. So I'm like, oh, that must be his girlfriend or whatever. So
Yeah.
whatever, mind my business. And then he was like asking me a question. And while I was sitting at the hostess table, he asked me some question. I'm like, he asked asked like how to pronounce some name, and I'm like, I don't know how to say it. And I just kind of blew it off. And then it wasn't until he was leaving, then he had stopped and said something, and I'm like, he's like, can I have your number? I was like, no, but I'll take your number. I wasn't gonna call or nothing. But if he tells a story, he thinks that I was walking around trying to get his attention. I'm like, I was a hostess. I sat people.
I had to.
No, you walked by me so many times. I'm like, okay, calm down. So yeah, that's where we met.
But then who popped the first?
I'm sorry. I did text him his friend that worked there.
Yeah.
I think it was, I don't know if it was later that day or the next day or something. He was like, so when are you gonna text my boy? And I was like, I don't know. But I was like, you know what? I'm in a new city. I mean, I don't really text. I never do that. So I was like, if anything, like we can be friends, like make some friends or whatever. I wasn't thinking anything like a boyfriend. So yeah, so I texted him, and then we would just text, and then we went to a movie. And I'm trying to think when. Oh, we went out. Maybe it was like a few weeks later. We went out with the other hostess girl that I was working with. We became friends, and then Marco came with us, and we all went out because he drove or something. And again, at this time, I wasn't thinking anything of him, but I saw him like talking to other girls, and he's like kind of like the life of the party and stuff. And I'm like, why you? In my head, I'm like, why are you over there? I'm like right here. You're supposed to be by me, okay? So I'm like, okay, he's kind of cute. Yeah, he's cute. Again, he was a little different. He was just kind of really bubbly and talking to people and stuff, which I wasn't used to. So I was like, okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
But for him, he said he knew he was doing that to see if I'd get jealous. I'm like,
That's a lie.
Uh-huh.
He wanted your attention.
Exactly.
That's funny.
Changing locations.
Yeah, well, my dog. I gotta let the dog out.
Oh.
Yeah.
Who let the dog out?
Yeah.
I'm here all night.
Flapper.
I'm here all night. Okay, couple more questions. On the same kind of topic, who said I love you first?
I don't know. I feel like we both said it at the same time. We were very quick to say it. I don't know who said it, because I feel like we both, it both came out probably at the same time. Probably your brother. Probably your
Probably him. Yeah, I don't know either who said. It's probably Marco though. It's probably the guys.
It's probably
I got
you don't need nobody.
right. I'm an independent woman. I don't need nobody. So they said that. Okay. All right. What's your favorite alcoholic drink?
Diet Coke and Jack.
Diet Coke.
No, but I was going on like a no pop thing and no sugar, so it's trying to be good. Drinking Trulies and White Claws and all those other crap drinks that have no calories and no sugar. But my favorite drink, like when I want to go have fun, Jack.
Turn up.
Turn up.
So you didn't drink any when we were there?
But I was trying to like cut weight. Remember?
No.
To lose some. So.
I was ready to turn up when I came. Nobody was turned up. I'm like, man, all this talking y'all be doing. All this talking.
Are you sure Mark felt like he was pretty turned up?
Mark.
I had to drive, so.
I don't know if he was turned up. Mark's the same all the time, so I don't know if that's turned up or not. My favorite drink is...
No, what is it, Crown Beach? No.
Oh, Jim Beam.
You
And
drink something weird though, is it like pineapple juice or something?
yeah, pineapple juice.
Oh, those don't feel like they mix. No?
It's just the pineapple juice that covers the alcohol flavor. And Jim Beam is the only thing that gets...
Splash of Jim Beam.
I've kind of got it down like a certain ratio that it's not... Because at first I would do like too much juice and I'd be like, oh, my stomach. Like, this is not worth it. And Marco's like, you're putting too much juice in there. I'm like, well, I don't like the flavor.
Yeah.
But, so Jim Beam and then... Why is it all crackly? Sorry, the sound was all crackly. Jim Beam and pineapple juice. But lately I've been doing like a Lime-A-Rita.
Oh, that'd be good. The Bud Light or whatever version those are.
I don't know what version it is.
I know what you're talking about.
There's like Lime-A-Rita or Peach-A-Rita or whatever. And just like one.
But good.
They're okay. They're good. So yeah. Okay, last question. Might be okay. What's your favorite late night snack? I know you said you're watching.
Yeah, kettle popcorn. But lately I've been doing sugar-free like Jell-O pudding with sugar-free whipped cream. I gotta get healthy. I got my weight. It's the feed, and then I'm like, who's that cow?
Shut up.
No, I've been trying to eat healthier because I noticed like it was during the winter last year that, you know, like if I would go eat, I mean like Oreos, like I could put a freaking full slack of those Oreos away, no problem. But then my kids are starting to pick up those habits. So those are one of the things that I felt like in order to role model my kids that it's not okay to eat like those kinds of things before bedtime, I have to be able to do it. So.
Right. And Mark's not a...
A number 3 McDonald's, just cheese and ketchup fries and a Sprite for a bedtime snack, he would, you know?
And be okay with it. Like, I learned that Tony, I don't know if you saw the little episode with Tony in it, but he said he would call, what's his spot? Pizza place, some pizza place.
That Marco's right next to his house?
No, Papa John, Domino's, I don't know. One of the spots you would call 1 o'clock in the morning, order a large pizza, and just eat it.
They would.
That's what?
All the time if they could, you know?
Yeah. Is that Mark? Oh, look at your little cutie face. Hi. Hi.
We were talking about our bedtime snacks. What's your favorite bedtime snack? Right before you go to bed. What's your favorite food to eat? Pop.
What?
See? You said pop. See, this is why. Good.
A soda pop. You guys are matching.
Yeah. What about you? What's your favorite snack?
Me. Oh, I thought she had brie. I was like, oh, brie. First thing that comes to mind is like some chips. Kind of like you, like sometimes if I'm, depending on what I ate during the day, I'm like, all right, I don't need nothing, or I'll do like peanut butter and a fruit or something like that. Or just, like right now I have some watermelon. So it just depends on like what I've ate throughout the day. If I ate pretty good, I'm like, I'm good. Or if I worked out really a lot, then. But I try not to eat too heavy right before bed. But sometimes I do. You know? Sometimes I don't eat supper until everyone's sleeping. I'm like,
Yeah. Same way.
So it just depends on the day. Sometimes right after work, I'll come home and eat. Go work out, do all the other stuff, cook and everything, put the kids to bed, and then eat my meal. So it'd be like 8, 9 o'clock or something. And then some days I'm good. So it just really depends on what's going on. Before I snack, I can always eat some chips and
That's what Mark always munches on at night.
Yeah.
Chips. The Doritos, spicy, whatever it is, nachos.
Blame our mom for that. She always had chips in a pot. So it's probably because of her. Okay. That's all.
Aww.
Wasn't too bad.
Thank you for inviting me on here.
No problem. I'm glad you were able to do this. I'm gonna do like a whole couples thing. Somebody else, one of my friends said that too. She's like, let's do a couples one. So.
Yeah, because you get all kinds of questions. It's
Yeah.
how would you relate? You could do where all three of the siblings and their spouses, or if all three of you would do it, because you could do the adding more than one FaceTime people. So
Yeah, we can try that. That'd be fun. Play truth or drink with that one.
Deal done.
Yes. Okay, well, thank you guys for watching another episode of the Yellow Butterfly Podcast. Sorry, the sound is like crackling right now. But thank you for watching, and Amelia, thank you for doing the episode. So until next time, Amelia, stay on. I'm gonna okay, bye.